The time has come to start hanging stuff. Before we get started, let me tell you about a little exchange that happened on Facebook. So, as from the previous videos, you saw me tearing the shop apart and taking cabinets down, taking them apart. This is the stored wood for most of that I'm keeping to build other stuff within the shop. So when I showed a picture of this, someone posted, "Oh, after 2 years of collecting dust, you won't know what to do with it. Just throw it all away and just keep the good stuff." No. This is going to become holders and mounts and everything for the walls. Why would I throw this stuff out? And really, on with the video. Welcome back to the shop and the channel, and it's time to start putting things back in the shop for use. Funny thing, the first thing I hung on the wall didn't go on French cleats. It's just a little box I built to hold these cardboard boxes that come with the paper towels, many paper towels, and it's sitting over a utility sink, which we're putting in. We're putting in a little utility sink. I think I mentioned in an earlier video that a tip on these is get the narrow one. This is 17 3/4 inches wide instead of 24, so it takes up less space. Now, we lucked out. Just on the other side of that wall is a hot and cold running copper lines and a drain. Now, I can't use that drain because something's in the way, so I have to go down the wall a little bit and over to get to a drain. But my connections to the water is only going to be about that long. And I'm going to use PEX with stub outs, and there'll be valves on this end, of course. But let me show you the first thing I actually hung on the wall with French cleats, or a French cleat. What we have here is 4 long pipe clamps hanging from the top cleat. I have a collection of these. I'm selling the other ones because we never use them. The only reason we're keeping these because they're nice and long, and who knows when we might need them for a long project. This may or may not be their final resting place, but that's the very first French cleat thing I've put up. Now, to the drill press, we only use Forstner bits, brad points, and regular twist drills 99% of the time. Now, the old drill press had a cabinet, and it was absolutely full of drilling stuff. We found out we don't need to use all that drilling stuff, or at least have it out exposed. So, the trick is this. Right here, about here, or maybe a little further down, I'm building a set of shelves that will hold the drill bit indexes we use all the time. The Forstner bits, the rad points, and the twist drills. Twist drills, the regular machinist drills. It'll have 3 shelves. It'll hold everything nice and neatly. And for convenience, I know, got to do something convenient. The bottom of it will have a pull-out shelf where you can take the index off, put it down, take your drill out, do what you need to do, put it back in and put it up here, close the shelf. It's a little thing, I know, but you take the index off and you take your drill out and you put the index on a bench somewhere, you do your thing and you walk away, and no, this is just going to make it better storage. All the stuff we don't use, or hardly ever use, is going to be in a drawer. In fact, it already is in a drawer over here on these benches. Let me show you the design I have in mind for this little gadget. So here's the mock-up. Well, it's actually not totally the mock-up because these are actually the shelves that are going in here. There'll be a side plate on either side, the French cleat back here, and it'll just hang on the wall. Now, you can see I've got the large index, the 115 drill bit index up here, which I'm replacing with cobalt drill bits because these are cheap and kind of weak. What's sitting here is another twist drill index, and then the brad point bits will go down on this shelf with those. And then the Forstner bits are down here. And the sides are going to come down 2 inches lower. And that's where I'll put the really tiny 10-inch drawer glides fastened to a piece of plywood. And it just slides out, put your box on there, slide it back in. It's just a little convenience feature, that's all. So let's get busy and assemble this thing. I'm just now finishing up that shelf thing I was talking about for the drill press. I did a little pre-drilling here and pre-mounting of some screws just to get everything lined up. Okay, so now I put, it's glued of course, as well as screwed. Man, I've been using up some 1.5-inch screws these days. Okay, so that's it. So, I didn't actually show this being built on camera because it's really a pretty simple piece of, use that, okay, simple piece of stuff. It doesn't, I mean, it's whatever works for you. Like I said at the end of, I think, one of the videos, there's no right way, there's no wrong way. We're rebels without a cause. We're just doing what works for us. So this is the shelf assembly I was talking about. Forstner bits here, other drill indexes here, and the large drill index here. I did some little rounding stuff like that. And then I've got the shelf that pulls out, and I'll show you that when I mount this on the wall. Let's see. I think there. Yeah, I think there. That'll be good. There. So there's my shelf. Now, as I said in a previous video, I will come behind most of these and put some edge banding on them, especially with that piece of ugly stuff right there. I'll put some edge banding on this. But let's put the drill indexes up. $115-bit index. Standard Harry Homeowner twist drill index. The brad point bits. Now these are Lee Valley brad point bits, and they have some neat engineering involved. I don't think I've done a video about those, but I'm going to do a video about those at some point. Why I like them so much. And now the Forstner bits. So there they are. Those are the bits we use 99% of the time. And then we may or may not continue to use this, but for right now, this goes here. So instead of moving the drill bit index box somewhere else, you can put it here, get the bit out you want, do what you want to do, put it back here, put it back up here, and close the little drawer. I know, it's a funny little thing. So the next thing is to start putting up clamps. And unlike, I'm not going to put the clamps side by side in the whole same length. I'm going to mount them back to front like I did with this here, back to front. So they take up less space. You're just grabbing the same size, doesn't matter. And that's going to go out to here and here. And I think I've got some smaller clamps I want to put there. Anyhow, so with that said, make great things out of wood until next time. And experiment with some French cleats.